Something I think about is biological and non-biological entities. So biological entities, what I mean by that is things that are living and also decaying and will pass on, that will die, right? So humans, we are biological entities, and I'm thinking about this in terms of capitalism and people, biological entities, are employed by non-biological entities, organized entities, corporations, organizations. It's not biological, so it doesn't break down, it doesn't die. And when you watch the news, if you are around someone who's old enough that has a subscription for a newspaper, what you see is jobs, presidential campaigns, any political campaigns, jobs, right? And so we're focused on the survival of biological entities to have energy or capital or compensation to buy the necessary things in order to live. We need water, food, shelter, and apparently many other things. But in order to survive, we often look towards non-biological entities, right? And so for us to survive, we're giving our best, we're giving our skill set, we're giving ourselves to something that's non-biological. So there's no determinate timeline. So if you look at companies, corporations, non-biological entities over time can grow stronger and stronger and stronger, whereas biological entities grow weaker and weaker and weaker and eventually die. So a non-biological entity benefits from biological entities giving themselves, and in exchange for compensation. But what is that compensation? If you grow stronger and stronger over time, it becomes like, it's Leo Burnett, Ogilvy and Mather, Apple, AT&T, name any big corporation, you just get stronger and stronger because non-biological entities are incentivized to help you, right? So if there are incentives there where the better the non-biological entity does, the better off or the kickbacks biological entities get. So I think that's an interesting, when I frame it that way in my mind, it's less, I feel like the simple thing, the like shallow thing is always to think about corporate greed and capitalism is evil. It's just a system, that in America we're operating in. But I think it's interesting to look at it from that perspective of like the non-biological entity, the organized entity can be patient, can be, it is not even a thing. You know what I mean? So it's like, the biological side of us, the animal in us, is looking to survive, and it's through these non-biological entities that it occurs. We're thinking, because of this, we often make decisions, take actions that are benefit for the short term rather than the long term. we don't ask if this is great in the long run. We ask how many jobs are being provided that can sustain people living today. We're not worried about the future. We're not worried about, because it's just not in that time frame. And I think that's really interesting. Something I think about.